The National Emergency Management Agency NEMA has raised an alarm that there might be another devastating flooding in Nigeria next year if necessary precautions are not taken by government at all levels. The Director General of NEMA, Mustapha Mohammed, gave the warning when he appeared before the Senate Committee on Special Duties to defend his agency's 2023 budget. He lamented that early warnings given to the states in 2022 by NEMA were ignored, hence the devastating effects all over the affected areas. There are details in this next report. According to the National Emergency Management Agency NEMA, the flooding disaster that is currently ravaging the country has affected over 2.5 million people and killed over 600 persons. To find a solution to the devastating situation, members of the Senate Committee on Special Duties decided to use this opportunity of budget defense to engage the Director General of NEMA, Mustapha Mohammed, on how the agency is managing the disaster.
I'm sure you have tried your best, and within that your best, we want to know what reliefs you have done from one country, from one section of the country to the other. I also want to find out, is there in any way presidential intervention specifically for attending to the issue of flood?
A little thing will happen in a community, they will leave local government, they will leave state government, they will rush to NEMA. What is actually going on?
Responding to the questions, the NEMA boss lamented the lackadaisical attitude of the states to earlier warnings about the disaster.
I have written to all the 36 state governors, and I have copies to show you 4 times. When NIMET released seasonal climate prediction and NISA released their flood outlook, we warned them in time. After we organized stakeholders meeting to analyze those reports. And part of what is in the letter is they should have local emergency management committee. Mr. Chairman, it's sad to note that only 4 states have local emergency management committee.
Mohammed further lamented that his agency is overwhelmed due to the lack of state emergency management agencies to immediately mitigate the impact of disasters in the state.
Everything that comes up in any state, the first responder everybody calls up to NEMA. We are overstretched. All these people, I'm seeing them for the first time maybe in over a week because they are all deployed to different states.
Speaking further at the interaction session, members of the committee decried poor budgetary allocation to NEMA and promised to come up with a legislation that would put the agency under the presidency for optimum performance.
This NEMA should not be under any ministry, it should be directly under the presidency. Automatically, maybe the National Assembly must have to look for something to do in form of a legislation to bring you directly under the presidency. Because this is an emergency situation that you can spend any amount from our budget. Now, those people have been displaced now. How do you resettle them?
Nigeria is currently experiencing the worst flooding it has seen in the last 10 years, and although the government says it is doing everything it can to mitigate the impact on citizens, there are concerns on how the situation might affect the country's economy as the Yuletide season approaches. Abisola Adebayo, TV 360 News.